Hello everyone, today we're doing an absolute classic. Today we'll be doing Tower of Heck. It's honestly my favorite hard difficulty tower. It's punishing enough to where you can it's punishing at some points, but at the later parts of the tower it's pretty freaking forgiving. And it's probably my favorite JToH era tower. Probably one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite tower in Ring 1. Though I feel like Ring 1 is just a perfect ring. Because of how many absolute classics are there. I mean, you can't go wrong with Tower of Heck. You can't go wrong with Tower of Heck. And you can't go. I mean, okay, I should probably stop saying that before I turn it to an audio recorder. But we're already on floor 4, which is pretty good. Now, as I said, this is my favorite hard difficulty tower. Not so sure about what I'm going to do with Tower of Lidophobia. Now as I think it was removed. Probably not. As you can see, I have some new towers under my belt. But let's just do these simple jumps. Very simple jumps. This is probably one of the most speed runnable towers. You could. This is probably one of the more fun towers to speed run. Because it's just legitimately fun to do. I love the perfect mix of difficult sections and easy sections. I also like how the colors aren't eye-burning. Well, unless you count the later floors, then I guess you could say that. But most of the tower doesn't. But most of the tower is easy to look at. Now we have the only outside section in the entire tower. Fail this and you have to restart the entire tower. Though I think you get to deal with it with outside sections. As they're in Tower of Madness. And if you're watching this as a sort of guide to it, but if you're watching this, I'm going to assume you've already been in Tower of Madness, which has outside sections. Interestingly enough, this is actually one of the shortest towers in Ring 1. Of course, you could always wall hop around that, but for me that's extremely risky, as I'm not that good at doing wall hops like that. Now I have the extremely thin tightrope. Oh my god, what the frick? Okay, I think there are for thinness and in a hard difficulty tower. I think there has to be a line established. That was way too thin for a mid. That was way too high for a a mid medium. But anyways, after that session of complaining, make sure to jump at the end of the slide. I'm going to do Tower of Weird Heck. I bet that section reminds you of floor 2. Just do these simple jumps. Tower of Heck is actually one of the coolest towers IMO. Because it's such a nice tower to speedrun. Then again, I know pretty much the entire tower by memory. It's actually probably the fastest I've beaten this tower. Which is actually pretty cool. You can't argue with a tower like this. Oh yeah, floor 9 has some of the heaviest kill brick usage. Oh! Now I have a bunch of falling platforms. It's actually pretty impressive to see how a tower this good was made. I mean, towers that are created this elegantly rival some hard difficulty rival some modern towers. This is actually freaking awesome. That's just maybe biased towards Ring 1 towers. Or just the fact that Tower of Heck is just so easy for me to beat and rebeat over and over. Hey, we're on the final jumps of the tower. They're really easy, though. Just don't fall off the frame like an idiot. But, hey! Anyways, like and subscribe. All that stuff, enable push notifications. To be honest, this tower should also get its own wind room. But hey, it's the original tower after all. Anyways, bye.